I think a combination of free mixed with like being scared because yeah, I'll be like totally on my own.
How is co-parenting going between you and Jim?
It's a struggle.
It is still.
Yeah.
That's got to be extremely frustrating. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's a common theme among
People.
parents who are co-parent. If you're co-parenting well, then I don't know, maybe you should have stayed married or something. Like, that's how I see it, I guess. But or you're just like a very evolved soul and a wonderful person. But I don't think that my co-parenting relationship has reached that level of evolution.
Yeah. Do you think it ever will? Or are you hopeful that it will?
I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it will?
I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. I can't imagine. It's got to be really hard because it also plays out in public too. I mean, do you ever, do you regret, having it, or do you wish your split didn't play out so much in public?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It was a disaster. It was like who wants that in public? I just thank my lucky stars I wasn't on Housewives when it was all going down. Can you imagine? TV gold right there at my expense, but no thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked that it was all public, and I regret some of the decisions that I made to be as public as I was. I think there's ebbs and flows in the progression of a divorce and as the kids age and co-parenting and moving on, all of that. So I'm really hopeful that, time heals everything.
Right. I mean, how would you have described your marriage?
Not good, because it ended. Like, I don't know. I mean, what are descriptive words that people use to describe a marriage? Like
loving. I mean,
yeah, loving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like compatible or like partners or trusting. I didn't clearly that those weren't adjectives that defined my marriage. Yeah. But I hate to look back on it with negative thoughts or feelings because first of all, what's done is done, and there's no reason to like wade in toxicity. But secondly, I had some really beautiful times with Jim and great memories, and so I choose to really just try to focus on that. I think it's a healthier way to do it. Definitely.
And I know the kids are young, so do they not really kind of understand what
they don't even remember when we were together. They have no idea. They I'll show them pictures of when they were babies and how he's with me, and they're just totally mind blown. It's like that emoji with the head exploding. They're like, you and dad were in the same room.
Have you guys been in the same room at all?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just not usual, and typically like the kids aren't, they're kids. They're gonna like go run and play in the playroom or something,
Yeah. Do you have any? I know you told us in December that you don't really have any relationship with his girlfriend. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that frustrating as well too? Because I'm sure you would.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. There's communication when there needs to be, so it's fine. Yeah. You know what? And like the way that I interpret everything is just my own interpretation. There's multiple people in this relationship, so it's not up to just me. Mm-hmm. Just because I feel one way, I can't force anybody else to.
Yeah. I mean, are you any closer in finalizing the divorce?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
That's good.
Yeah. I know. Thank God. It'll be so nice.
How do you think you will feel like once the divorce is finalized?
I think a combination of free mixed with like being scared because yeah, I'll be like totally on my own. Mm-hmm. I won't have his for instance medical insurance, and that kind of scares me because that's like a big expense. But also free to be able to have that huge energetic ball and chain that was holding me back. It's gone, and now I can go and live my life and change my name legally, officially, and be with someone as a single woman.
Mm-hmm. You said something interesting before. You said, it wasn't my choice to like, if it was up to me, I'd still be with the father of my kids. Yeah. obviously you're way past that and there's no chance of reconciliation, but
Right.
did you think at one point that maybe you guys would have worked this out and kind of pulled through?
No, I did during the marriage though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our marriage was rocky at times, and I always thought like, okay, I can do this, for better, for worse. We're our vows. I love him for who he is deep down. I know he didn't mean to hurt me in this way, or like he can figure out what his issues are in order to like, not have a sexting relationship with somebody else, whatever. So yes, during those times, absolutely, I thought we could make it work, and we did until we didn't.
Yeah. And I mean, you felt like you did everything you could to kind of save this marriage then?
I felt like I gave it my all, yeah.
Well, I wish you nothing
until I was done, and then I didn't give any all.
You're like, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a time, right? You got to like have certain boundaries where it's just gonna, you have to have, that final straw. Otherwise you could kill your soul.
No, totally. I mean, Jim did say that he felt your marriage wasn't accurately portrayed on Real Housewives. Do you agree with that?
I haven't watched it in a while. I don't really ever think anything was inaccurately portrayed about anything on there. Yeah. Regarding me, at least. Some of my friends would say to me, that's not you on there, or that's not how you act. And I'm like, but it is how I acted. Like, you just saw that's how I acted. So like, obviously that's true. And they're like, but it's not the whole picture of you. And I'm like, but it's reality television. They have to condense it somehow. It doesn't mean that it's not me. Right. And yeah, sure, maybe they're not getting the whole picture of me, but like, that doesn't mean that it's not me.
Sure. No.
And so again, same with the marriage. Like, maybe they're not getting the whole picture, but it doesn't mean that that's not my marriage either.